Alright everyone, welcome back to A Programmer Plays 8Doors Autumn's Afterlife Adventure. In our previous episode, we basically just ran around the overworld and cleaned up loose ends. We figured out that the reason in the episode before that I was suffering so much is because I had reset all my perks. The perk reset item is not something you keep in your inventory, it just gets applied immediately. So, I have gotten the perk which lets us know when we're near a secret. So I want to put that to good use. Something that is interesting to me is that this game really hasn't given us damage increases. I was thinking about that just a little bit ago. The game, like these enemies, I'm still needing to do not the same number of hits, but pretty close to the same number of hits as I did before. And that, it comes down to, hey, you've got weapons that can do some more damage. But in general, like, yeah, the combat of the game doesn't give you clear, like, hey, here's, you know, ×2 damage or anything like that. To my knowledge, there is no fragile strength equivalent. There is no nailsmith. We're just kind of in it. Jesus. Double checking. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if the way that the secret detecting thing works under the hood is that it's like, is the thing on screen? It is, then we'll do the effect. So probably literally taking the camera view rectangle and working from there. That's my assumption. It could be something else entirely. Like, it could just as easily be some arbitrary radius. But alright, invisible wall. So we are as far to the left as the game will let us go. That means that there's nothing in these rooms. Whatever it is in the Kingdom of Yama, probably in the main room, I'm guessing. So, tell y'all what, I'm going to cut out me backtracking. I'll see y'all in a minute. Alright. And here we are, back where we started. So, we know that it's not any of these places. We'll run up to Kingdom of Yama building and see what's over there. I mean, it could be in that room below us. I've got no way of ruling that out at the moment. Courthouse, yeah. We're gonna go a little bit far because I do want to hug up against this wall and just double check that there's nothing up top. It doesn't look like it. Alright. Well, we'll at least talk to this guy. I feel weighed down by the very air around me. Can you see the evil energy that fills the air? I can't help but lament my situation I can't walk or run away from. There's No need for greetings, guardian of death, you may leave. Don't rely on me too much. I can faintly detect the scent of lilacs. Beautiful scent, full of past vows. It's probably best to leave Purgatory in the hands of Oxy for now. Alright, so he's pretty useless. Alright, so not here. At least not that we're seeing. That's interesting. That leaves us with very few possibilities about where it could be. I guess we will look at this room down below us. And if it's not that, then I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, I had this spot right here. We don't know how to get to this. Alright, so, popping into this, pops you out over here. I'm just checking for secret ways that might connect over to there. I'm not seeing anything. We can see that there's a secret there. God, these enemies are annoying. Alright. Looking for shaky floors or discontinuities or anything. Really not seeing anything. Do we think it's as simple as... No. Okay. No. Could it be from a previous room? Do we have to loop around? Not seeing any discontinuities in the floor. None here. I know that probably some of the people watching are not fond of this sort of thing. Nothing here either. I'm at a loss as to how to get into that. This is the Kingdom of Yama. First souls arrive in Purgatory. The Hellcart has ruins now, but the street market used to be prosperous. Everything is in the Kingdom of Yama. It's not too safe now because of specters. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know what the deal is with that spot. It feels like it connects around from somewhere else. So probably down here in the sewers is my assumption. And we are just short of sewer stuff. I really wish there was, you know, like a dotted line connecting the different bits of tube We talked about that before, but especially now that I'm like eyeballing this more critically, that would help a lot with sort of, finding the missing spots. Alright, well, we said that we're going to go fight Sewell again. Let's go do it. I think we're literally as powerful as we can be. There's a ding. That makes me wonder. Probably just background noise, but okay. Just double checking. All right, come over to here. I'm so annoyed at myself. With the resetting my stuff and not realizing. Because it would have been so easy. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, it would have been so easy to fix that. Alright, we're gonna pop over to another one that's got a save next to it. And now we've got the easy way back. Oh, self. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Oh, I reset the cutscene. I guess that makes sense, that it didn't necessarily save that. Come on. There we go. Are you okay? What happened? The thurible that Oxy was carrying. He used it to corrupt me and the Guardians of Death. And he also exploited the souls and fugitive souls. there's a good chance that your father's soul is also trapped in the thurible. If we delay any longer, we don't know what will happen to the remaining guardians of death and the souls. It's an object that should not exist in this world. Oxy must be stopped. Find Oxy and stall him. I'll find the remaining guardians of death and follow them. Do that for me. What Sewell said is true. We have to find Oxy and destroy the thurible. Watch out for the thurible that Oxy is carrying. It's still hard to get my mind straight. I don't expect you to ask for something like this. Well, I wish for luck. Don't fully understand the translation there, but also entirely possible that I just misread it. So, well, this seems pretty homecoming station. What's in here? Hello, Oxy. You are... Did you escape this place? Such an annoyance. Annoying. So annoying. I'll make you regret coming here. I'll make you perish for eternity. Ooh. Cool design. Ugh. I am the new owner of Purgatory. Purgatory is mine. Okay. Alright, those can't be destroyed. Oh, it's kind of a pushover. Ah, come on. You got him. Punishment. It can't be. There's no way I could lose. More power. I need more power. Thurible. Where is the thurible? Oh, this guy. Where were you? You useless fool. Bring the thurible to me right now. Now. What are you waiting for? Give me the thurible. Huh? What are you doing? Wait, no. No. A long time ago, Oxy saw the powers of the thurible. He told me he would recover the glory of the days when King Yama ruled. However, Oxy was being corrupted by the powers of the thurible. Modesty gave way to pride, charity to greed, kindness to envy, patience to wrath, purity to lust, self-control to gluttony, and diligence to sloth. Oxy did so much better than I thought. Little by little, Purgatory filled with chaos. The specters grew in number. Searching for your father, you say? All souls, including his, belong in the thurible of darkness. You may not understand right away, but stop right now. This is your last chance. Ha, cool. All right. That is a pretty clean, that's a pretty clean, like, point of no return indicator. A lot of games Oh, interesting. We can't go back out that way. A lot of games are pretty clunky with their uh, point of no return indicators. That one was pretty clean, which is a surprise. I feel like that little bit of dialogue there, that last little um, thing, was like the best translated part of the game so far, the most effective dialogue. Of course, this is kind of useless as a point of no return because we can't actually leave. So it's just flavor, I guess. Whoops. Here we go. The time for us to meet like this has finally come. I really hoped you wouldn't come here, but that was just a dream that couldn't come true. You seem confused. Why am I doing this? I've watched the people for a long time. They never stopped sinning when they were alive, and they're the same in purgatory. I showed mercy by giving them the chance to repent. I thought many souls were being purified, but they eventually committed sin again in the land of the living, and this repeated over and over, hundreds, thousands of times. As time went on, I felt like something was wrong, and that doubt was enough to change me. Show mercy, give them a chance to repent, and purify them. That never happened. The purification only happened in the moment they were being punished. I realized that the kindness of humans only showed when faced with fear and suffering. This took a lot of research. I found a way to keep them in a state where they are good. This can be done using the thurible of darkness, giving them eternal suffering. Maybe we knew this from the start. Maybe we just wanted to believe it wasn't true, that there was no way it could be. The fact that they cannot purify themselves. It's not too late. We can make them good. Back then and now, your thoughts don't seem to change. Okay, also kind of a pushover. I'm bad at getting the moves out. I assume that's phase 1. Oop, yep, he ate it. Pretty strong. But you won't beat me. Phase 3. It cannot be undone. This will be our last encounter. tell if I need to be attacking or not. I need to not be taking so many silly bits of damage. I think I do need to be attacking. Oh, it's over. The legendary Guardians of Death, Clap, appears. It's the law to attack before a skill unfolds. Are you alright? Ha! You endured that pretty well. Oh no, was I a hindrance? You haven't forgotten us, have you? I'm not scared anymore. Of course, I'm not saying I was ever afraid or anything. How are you guys doing this? Now! I can't hold it any longer. Attack now! Cool. Cool. I really like the character key art in bits like this. Like, this looks really cool. Ah, do croak, no! Get yourself together. You're not really dead, are you? Don't you dare say something like that. What am I getting myself into? Oh, finally, you're awake. That was scary. I'm so scared. I thought you were dead for a second. Alright, how's the situation in Purgatory going? How do these guys know so much about Purgatory? What's going on with these two sailors? Are they Charon equivalents? Told you. It cannot be undone. Hey, that's enough. Why don't you just go back? Is that an option? Go back to Purgatory? Alright, that does feel like bad ending. You know? But hey, we rolled credits. There we go. 8 Doors, Autumn's Afterlife Adventure. I really liked this game. There's a lot of little things that bother me. The translation really lets this game down, I feel like. Which I really hate to, like, sort of shit on a translator. Because, as we've said in the past, translation is hard. Translation in video games is extra hard. There's a lot of components to game design and UI and real-timedness that make translation in video games a lot trickier than it is in other mediums. You've got all the problems that you would have in books, all the problems that you'd have in movies and music, but also this interactive component and this like technical specificity component that makes translation really hard. That said, this translation really hurt the game. It hurt the narrative, it hurt the gameplay, it pulled me out of the game frequently. So that sucks. That said, like, the cutscenes were lovely. When the dialogue was working, it was working well. There's obviously going to be some cultural, like, this doesn't entirely port over without explanation. Like, it took me a long time to figure out when we were. I think we're in the modern era. It's really hard to tell, though. It's really hard to tell. A short list of credits. Here we go. Supporters. I knew that there was going to be Kickstarter stuff. So much of what happened feels Kickstarter-y. These asteries. Do we think that that's missing characters in the font? Or do we think it's... I mean, it looks an awful lot like 4-letter words. So I'm kind of wondering... I'm kind of wondering if this is like regexing to naughty words and hiding them. Oh, that would be annoying if that was the case. Yeah, I think that this has gone through like a profanity filter. Or it's a translation issue again. Characters that don't match over. That said, if it is, look at how we've got this PD and then what looks like 2 Japanese characters to me. There's all sorts of stuff that it could be. Yeah, here we've got Japanese or Chinese. Could be either. Or Korean, I guess. No, this is almost certainly kanji. So I'm betting that this backer list got ran through a profanity filter. Woof. Alright, so let's talk about the game. Leaving the translation stuff aside, let's talk about the game as the game is. There were a few things that were kind of unclear. Like, me resetting all of my perks and not realizing that was happening. But in general, like, the game would be like, hey, here's an ability, here's some situations where you need to use this ability, go to town. And that worked really well. The game also gave us a lot of abilities. Dashing, wall jumping, double jumping, using the umbrella to glide and pass through waterfalls, using the staff in order to be able to see in the darkness, using the fan to open those fan things. All of that worked really well. I enjoyed that. I do kind of wish that there had been some character who would let you like upgrade your damage output on your weapons. Feels like kind of a missed opportunity. Because it would have been nice to, go through those early areas and be able to just one-shot enemies. But I understand why games sometimes are a little hesitant to do that. They don't want to trivialize early areas. They don't want to force players to follow a certain, difficulty curve. So by not having weapon upgrades, they can keep their damage numbers fairly flat, which is probably a good thing. Combat in general, I don't feel like I ever got good at combat, and the game didn't require me to. The game gave us an easy mode. Good. More games need to provide story modes. Not every game needs to be Dark Souls. But also the game, just the way that the platforming worked. You make a mistake, you'd fall into the spikes or the thorns or whatever, and the game would just like do a little bit of damage to you and let you keep going from it literally right there, which meant that you could just sort of face tank your way through the platforming. I prefer when games do something like Guacamelee, where they've got a gradient of obstacles. Hey, this obstacle will kill you. Hey, this obstacle will damage you. Or, hey, this obstacle will just reset you back to the last safe point that you were standing on. And that's really useful, that last one. Zipping the player back and be like, try again. It doesn't feel too punishing, and it lets you actually like get good at whatever specific challenge you're being presented with, which I think is a good thing. I think this game would have been greatly helped by having a reset player to spot sort of obstacle system. Speaking of systems, the camera system did need a little bit of love. Particularly when you're falling, the character will end up on the bottom of the screen, and then you can't see where you're falling to. The camera really needed some sort of, especially in the vertical axis, a velocity detection system that goes, you're falling at this speed, I'm going to keep you more centered, or even look ahead so that you can tell where you're going and react accordingly. So, the game didn't do that. That kind of hurt it, in my opinion. It's okay. A lot fewer English names here. It's weird also that they were divided like that. Or it could be that we're just in a second tier of supporter now, and the Latin characters are sorted first. I don't know. Let's see, what else? There was kind of a problem, I feel like. There's a lot of Guardians of Death that you meet in the Death Tavern kind of all at once. Like, there's just a bunch of characters standing around, and you talk to them, and you don't get... Like, there's dialogue and there's interesting stuff, but it doesn't feel... Like, it feels like a bunch of, like, nonsense, a bunch of things that you don't really care about. I think if I was more invested in the world and the story and the side characters, I would have been more okay with it. But as it was, I walked in and I'm like, here's a bunch of characters and I'm not going to talk to you guys. You guys are just speaking at me and I'm going to ignore you. And so that undercut the game later when we're having, this emotional moment of all of the other Guardians coming to help you in the climactic battle. Yeah, about that. Yeah, it would have... I think if more of the characters had been introduced slowly, if you just ran into them more while you're out in the world, and then they went back to the tavern, instead of they're in the tavern all at once, and then you find them in the world, it would have worked better. Stand still is the achievement we just got. Lovely piece of work. And just right back to the start screen. Wow. Alright, so yeah, that's first ending. Let's see where this pops us out. Pops us out right here. That tracks. So we would need to defeat Oxy and all that. Man, I really want to find out what I missed, what I'm not understanding about draining the water there. Let's... Oh, hello. Let's go to that. It does crack me up that the Land of Abundance is so shitty. Oh, do we literally never... Yeah, that's where we got ambushed before. See right here with the camera, and we're falling, and it's like, well, wherever we land, hopefully it's not that big a deal. I don't think we can make that jump. Alright, so, up, and then to the right. Oh, come on. Wow, just literally was just right here and I just never walked through it. I don't use an axe anymore. I cut my arm off and turned it into a saw. This is all because of that writer. Now the only thing for me to do is cut everything down. Is this a... I don't think this was an Alan Wake reference, but if it was, I'm disappointed in all of us. Oh, that's a cool move. I'm trying to use the... I almost call them nail arts, the weapon abilities more. Hey, we got him. Hey, and we just got the achievement for getting all of the flowers. Whisper Will Flower. Flowers of life needed for reincarnation, which creates the will of life. Alright. Alright. So... 100% on that. We're still missing one of these. So I kind of feel like the move is to just sort of seek them all out. We know that we've gotten this one here. We saw that cutscene. Pretty sure we got that one. Pretty sure we got that one. Not so sure about this one. No, I'm fairly confident on that one. Pretty sure we got that one. This one I'm not so sure about. So let's fast travel up to Frozen Plateau and see if we can get that. Nearest fast travel point is right here, down into the right. It's right here. Right? Yeah. And I think that we're also short on... See, like right here. The game probably shouldn't have let me just face tank through that little spot. It's fine. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be too upset about the game letting me get away with stuff, but sometimes it is just like, Okay. Announcement for all Guardians of Death. Capture the culprit Oxy, who tampered with the registry, bringing chaos to Purgatory. If you resist, Guardians of Death may kill him on the spot. That's intense. Oh, here we go. You're not tired already, are you? Here we go again. Traditionally, one must be willing to go through such mental training in order to rule from above. Especially those like us. Hey, where are you going? Come back right now. I like these little memories. All right, true memory. And so that didn't change our percentage, but the completed mirror, the true figure returns. So, cool. So we've completed the mirror. Oh, we never did figure out that bit there, which makes me wonder if there's a secret spot in the room beside it that we have to like come down through. So we'll try that. I will say, something I didn't talk about earlier. Artistically, this game. This is one of my favorite areas in the game. I think largely because it's got blue in it. Aha! There it is. Did not super mean to do that. The color scheme of this game, I get it, but also I think it kind of hurts the game. I think it makes the background and the midground kind of blend together, and also the characters that really should be popping, kind of almost a foreground, it's just all too the same. Go away, I didn't do anything wrong. Unfortunately, it's my job. Alright, we're at 85% for this region, which is pretty good. Not as good as I'd like. Pretty good. Gosh, do I want to try and re-beat the boss in this episode? Not super much, to be honest, but probably should. Yeah, let's do it. Let's head back. Yeah. Just trying to get through here, don't mind me. Right, this way. Hey! You died, I died, we all died, the world will fall. Ah, okay. That's pretty sneaky. Okay, yeah, and we've done that. Cool. That one's quite sneaky, I feel like. I do wish I had known about that significantly before. Alright, we did get that. Great. Hold. More secret? Yeah, more secret. Wow. Barren grounds 100%. That was the last little thing I needed in here. Cool. Oh, that makes me want to go and 100% the other areas. Stone Mountain is at 90%. I mean, I really could just, like, scrub through them. But I feel like I shouldn't. See, it makes the sound, but doesn't, like, do the thing. So I feel like probably it's just in reference to this. Alright, that's all of these guys. We did it. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, we've got 5. So we can put that towards something. Sin obtained from killing specters. Consume less sin when using weapon skill. We'll do that one, I guess. Alright, you know what? We're at 55 minutes. Let's spend 5 minutes just like running through this area. See what we can find. Aha! Ah, I've been caught. Huh? A new guardian of death? A rookie? You don't seem to be here to capture me. Did you get out much? Please, I like it here. It's warm and safe. I always need to stay in hiding. I hate it. I want to stay here and be taken care of like the souls that come through here. There's a lot of guardians of death trying to capture me outside. This is the only way a fugitive soul like me to stay here. Bring me the claws of the rat specters. I swear I'll repay you by scraping together whatever I can. Press select to view available quests. Rat Spectre Claw. Okay. What do you mean by that, though? Not enough claws. Alright, I don't... Rat Spectre, I'm thinking is the creatures, that drop the little bombs? Let's find out. If so, that would really work out for me, considering that I wanted to go to the sewers next anyways. Alright, this thing. No. How do I get through you? See, and this is also somewhere where a bestiary would help. So I'm not totally sure which one are rat specters. Alright, this pops out here. This pops out over here. Did that part. This pops out right there. Okay, we've done that. Trying to be thorough. I'm stuck. Alright, that time we did get some. We got 20%. So, okay, those are the enemies that we need to be killing. It's just that we have a kind of a poor drop rate. Yeah. Drop rates in Metroidvanias are kind of a mixed bag. Like, I think it's Castlevania Symphony of the Night that has like a pretty good weapon, an axe that, you know, just you know what? I should have been using my umbrella there, and I didn't. But, Maybe it's bloodstained. Honestly, it can be a little hard to keep track of what is and isn't in Castlevania Symphony of the Night, just because there's been so many imitators. So glad that that hits backwards. Alright, fellas. You are pretty clearly the grinding spot for this side quest, so... Alright, we're at 80%. Nice. To be clear about what I was just saying, I don't think that games copying Symphony of the Night is bad. I'm pretty okay with games being pretty brazen with their sources. That's not always the case. Like, there are cases where it's a little too... okay, guys, you need to calm down. So this one goes to here. Okay. That's going to connect to there. We've done that. Where does that pipe go? This one's gonna come up here. It looks like there's one right here, but there's not. Okay. We'll save. Alright, so we've got a side quest to turn in, and I do want to keep, like, exploring in here, and... See, doesn't it look like right there? I guess that's just the ceiling, the way that the map's been laid out. I really wish there was dashed lines. I think that would help this game a lot. Alright, but I'm going to keep walking through this area, see if I can find the hidden spot in the next episode. For now, I think we'll call it here. Yeah, we got an ending. I'm going to try... Next episode, we'll step through each of the areas, see if we can 100% them, and then go get the true ending of the game. And yeah, hope you guys will join me for it. I've had a really good time playing this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!